Welcome all of you to Bhakti Shastri class, Bhagavad Gita. We are on chapter 2, shloka number 65. So we are looking after the characteristics of the Sthita Prajna. So Krishna is saying, Prasade sarva dukkhanam hani rasopajayate prasanna chetaso hi ashu buddhi paryavatishtate. For one thus satisfied in Krishna consciousness, the threefold miseries of material existence exist no longer. In such a satisfied consciousness, one's intelligence is soon well established. So Krishna helps actually, even though one is on the sensual platform, still the causeless mercy of Krishna actually keeps him aloof from this attachment and aversion thing. We have seen in 64. And even though uh, devotee has some desire, but still he is so fixed in Krishna consciousness that he sees everything should be for the satisfaction of Krishna. So even though he likes something and Krishna doesn't orders it, he doesn't do that like that. So that's why he can achieve peace. Nasti buddhir ayuktasya nacha ayuktasya bhavana nacha bhavayatah shantir ashantasya kuta sukham. The one who is not connected with the Supreme can have neither transcendental intelligence nor a steady mind. Nastir buddhir ayuktasya intelligence, nacha yuktasya bhavana, not a steady mind, and without which there is no possibility of peace. Nacha bhavayata shanti. And ashantasya kuta sukham. And how can there be any happiness without peace? So further down the line, when we will see fifth chapter, 29th verse, we will see the formula for peace Krishna gives. What is the peace formula? It says Bhuktaram Yagyatapasam Sarvaloka Maheswaram Suhridam Sarvabhutanam Gyatva Mam Shantimrit. That one who understands actually knows that Krishna is the only enjoyer of all the good results of all sacrifices and penances. He is the proprietor, Sarvaloka Maheswaram, of all the universal manifestations. But at the same time, he is Suhridam Sarvabhutanam. He is a real friend of all living entities. The person who knows this, he can actually achieve peace, real peace. So each and every person in this material world is actually searching for the goal, the ultimate goal. But those who do not have Krishna as the ultimate goal, however they may try to show their spiritual advancement or how much they are peaceful with having all the luxuries of the life for material life, or maybe for sense gratification, the bank balance or the caravan of all the relatives, the servants, but they cannot be peaceful within because there is no connection with Krishna. Just like we have seen that there is a uh, electrical plug. That plug actually gives us electricity, and then we can charge our laptops or mobile and so on and so forth. But if that connection is lost, then we cannot take any advantage of these items. Similarly, the soul is actually receiving all the energy or the nourishment, the happiness from connection with Krishna, sambandha. So actual realization means to revive this lost connection. And in Kali Yuga, what is that? The only process is connecting with Krishna, holy name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. There is only one process. By any dint of any penances or any, Ashtanga Yoga, Jnana Yoga, one may try to achieve different types of realizations or different levels of realizations, but actually he will not be happy. That's why it is said even impersonalists, they have no material desires practically, but still patanti adho anadrata yusmadangre. In the sense, they cannot be happy for a long time because there is no connection with Krishna. There is no connection with service with to Krishna. So even though this is the position of a Sthita Pragya, that he is happy, he is getting mercy, always mercy of Krishna, that he is always protected by Krishna. Still, there is always a danger. What is that? Indriyanam hi charatam yanmano anuvidhiyate tadasya hariti prajnam vayur navam ivam bhasa. As a strong wind sweeps away a boat on the water, even one of the roaming senses on which the mind focuses can carry away a man's intelligence. So just like we see, there a person can be maybe having some disease, and then he may be cured. But if he doesn't take care on diet or certain environment, then that disease may reoccur. Right? Similarly, even one of the senses, if we uh, do not control, the Prabhupada writes that actually can deviate a devotee from the path of transcendental advancement. Just like if on a water there is a boat, and if a strong wind comes, the boat will be swept away. We have seen there is the Ajamil is there, Ajamil. Then even we see that even Yamunacharya's story is there. So that at the age of 12, he was Pakka devotee. I mean, of course, he challenged the Pandit in a Pandya king, Kolahal, and he defeated him. But when he got the half of the kingdom, actually forgot, and he ruled actually for a long time. Then his grandfather sent a servant. The grandfather himself came, and then he actually uh, started reciting Bhagavad Gita shloka, verses and so on and so on. Then somehow he brought him back. So, I forgot. This can happen with anybody. If there is no satsang, association of devotees. So, the example is Ambarish Maharaj. All of the senses should be engaged in devotional service. So, there is no danger of falling down. So, Prabhupada writes, that is the correct technique of controlling the mind. What is the correct technique? All the senses should be given service. Krishna said. That's why he said, Tasmad yasya mahabaho nigruhitani sarvashaha indriyani indriyarthebhyas tasya prajna pratishtha. Therefore, O mighty Arjuna, one whose senses are restrained from their objects is certainly of a steady intelligence. Krishna in 11th canto actually gives, what is this? Sloka number 68, chapter 2. He also gives instructions like this, that basically there is no connection of soul to any part of our body, like the Pancha Mahabhut or mind, intelligence, ego, nothing. So but because soul accepts, soul forgets his connection with Krishna and accepts, so there are only two things, Krishna or Maya. So if you leave Krishna, then we automatically come as a Tatastha Shakti, we come under Bahiranga Shakti. So we identify ourselves with Maya. So then slowly we identify ourselves with the matter and everything is my property, proprietorship. We change. Then similarly, slowly, if there, ideally there is no connection of soul with the matter, still there is fear, lamentation, death. All this is experienced by the ego, not by soul. Soul is spiritual consciousness. It has nothing to do with fear. But because the true ego is now changed its consciousness, like has now become a false ego. So ego experiences what? Anger, lust, or fear, lamentation, elation. Elation in the sense joy, death, pain. These are all experienced by ego. So, so we have to bring back our intelligence by two things: by reading the scriptures thoroughly and by serving the spiritual master. By that, it is said that the knowledge is like a sword. It gets sharpened by the service to Guru. And with that, we can actually cut all the doubts, in the sense, all the attachments, the material attachments. So that's why it is in steady intellect. Tasya pradnya pratishtita. So always be being in consciousness that I am the soul and I am not any need of any material enjoyment. It is an ideal situation. For that, we need a vibrant association, if, or we should have that kind of consciousness. Either of them. So we know that in yatra, we know there is a powerful association. We cannot even think of doing anything, it's like 24-hour cycle. Seva, hearing. But as soon as we come to our normal life, we have a lot of time. Our senses have a lot of time to ponder on so many things. So our intelligence gets polluted. And then we feel all the distress. So peaceful condition is lost. So Prabhupada writes that only by Krishna consciousness, one who has understood this, that only by Krishna consciousness is one really established in intelligence, and that one should practice this under the guidance of bona fide spiritual master, is called sadhaka. So sadhaka is one who is always dependent on Guru. And then he can actually attain liberation. Mostly, one who takes later Guru cheaply, they only drift away from the Krishna consciousness. Just like we have seen that a strong wind comes and there is no shelter, boat gets swept away. या निशा सर्वभूतानां तस्यां जागृति संयमी यस्यां जागृति भूतानि सा निशा पश्यतो मुने. What is night for all beings is the time of awakening for the self-realized, and the time of awakening for all beings is night for the introspective sage. So basically, day and night is same for both, right? No, every day morning sun comes up for sage also and for the materialist also same. But the understanding, conception of life is different. So the activities based on the conditioned nature are different. Sage have conditioned himself to do certain things in the morning. Now, what is that? To connect with Krishna. And materialists have conditioned himself to rest till. And that night, basically, same thing. Night, the sage actually takes advantage of, even at night, he feels the transcendental pleasure in the gradual advancement of spiritual culture. So he doesn't sleep basically. So we can take advantage in the sense Brahma Muhurta from 4 o'clock till 9 o'clock, say 7:30. It's the very best time which materialists lose. at least never take advantage of. And actually, they sleep or dream of varieties of sense pleasure, feeling sometimes happy or sometimes distressed in the sleeping condition. But a sage or the person who is in the right of a right intelligence, he understands that even though we are gripped by these three gunas, sattva, raja, tama, so they also have a time. Sattva gun in the morning, raja gun in the afternoon, tama gun in the night. So we have to, I mean, he takes the best advantage of all the three. So morning he takes to the spiritual activities, afternoon he takes to the services, right? So that and for according to Srila Prabhupada, for devotee he doesn't sleep, he take rest. Rest in the sense he just take a gap in between so that he can serve again. So even for a devotee, sleeping is also a service. What is he doing? He's giving rest to the body so that he can enthusiastically serve in the morning. So if we actually surrender ourselves to Krishna, then all our activities, even brushing our teeth, falling, going to the to answer the nature's call, this all comes into devotional service. Why? If we are doing in the consciousness that I am going to serve Krishna better. Are you getting me? That way, these two classes of men are there. One works for the sense gratification, another works for the cultivation of self-realization. Always, his main goal is how can I revive my lost relationship with Krishna? That is the only goal. But because we are into the circle of Maya, the vibrations are what? Material desires. They will come. Again, COVID, if the COVID is there, COVID was there, then everybody was got affected, right? Similarly, material desires will be there. But I actually what we have seen, their senses are there, more powerful than that is mind, more powerful than that is intelligence, and after intelligence, soul, the soul. So if soul is actually fed very nicely, Krishna consciousness, then it can control through intelligence the activities of the senses. So it is right. Apuryamanam achala pratishtam samudramapa pravishanti yadvat. Tadvat kamayam pravishanti sarve sa shanti mapnoti na kama kama. So it's like uh, a person who is not disturbed by the incessant flows of desire that enter like rivers into the ocean. So ocean we have seen, in ocean there are so many rivers from so many sides. They actually fill up the ocean with so much of water, right? But ocean never grows. It's actually satisfied, silent, which is ever being filled but is always still. Similarly, the devotee may also will have a desire, material desire, but he doesn't act on it. He just observes how his external being is going through. Mind actually desires, and then sense objects actually accordingly he catches that sense object. But there is no connection of senses and sense object because of intelligence. And that's why he remains peaceful. But not the man who strives to satisfy such desire. So it's in South Mumbai there is a flat, 3 BHK flat for 4 crore rupees. The desire may come up. Oh, 16th floor, such a ocean face, lavish flat. But to pay for that, you have to earn 4 crore rupees. I'm just giving example. So any desire. So the mind will give the future happiness. If you get this, then you can enjoy more. For that, we have to work. And that's why the those who strive to fulfill the material desire, they cannot achieve peace. So Prabhupada writes, Krishna conscious man is not in need of anything because the Lord fulfills all his material necessities. But desires may come to him like the waters of river that flow into the ocean, but he is steady in his activity and he is not even slightly disturbed by the desire of sense gratification. This can only happen when you are filled up with the services. Services in the sense to please Guru. What Guru wants from me whole day, then you are safe. So that is the proof of Krishna conscious man, one who has lost all his inclination for material sensations. So there is a desire, but he lost any inclination to perform any activity. Because rasoham raso apyasya param drushta nivartate. He knows that there is a much, much more superior happiness I can achieve by being with Krishna or serving Krishna. So that intelligence, that will keep him away from this material sensitivity. Even though the facility may be provided, but he has no inclination. Just like Sanatan Goswami had one parasmani, what is that? Touchstone. So the person came all the way. Oh, you have that? Can you give me? He said, just go to that garbage space. You might find it. So, Hare, how can you throw that into garbage? That means there is something more than that that can give you more, giving you must be giving you more happiness. I want that. He said that is in Krishna, take to bhakti. Again. So he said we have to throw that first, and I'll tell you. Throw that, then I'll tell you. Right now, our situation is we have in one hand all material desire. So it is up to just like I was hearing today, Bhaktivinoda Thakur's bhajan, Bhuliya Tumare Samsara Hasiya Vividha Vyatha. So he Bhaktivinoda Thakur writes modern person's entire life, how he got birth, forgot Krishna, then slowly he got knowledge, then he started speaking his knowledge, so far knowledge. In US, this is happening. I know that. I mean, it's all bullshit. I mean, it has nothing advantageous for a soul. And then entire life I have forgotten you. Then I have taken my, I strictly and promptly I have taken care of my family's needs, and so forth. Then at old age, I am now struggling. Oh, I forgot. I have wasted my entire life and not taken your name, not served you. So this is maybe this may happen with a person who is not in Krishna consciousness. Or lost his devotee association, and then suddenly the at the fag end of life he gets some disease, or if he finds that time ho gaya, then he remembers, oh, what I lost. So most probably you will find this, in like 80s or 90s, few proper disabled, Maharaj had given some incident that, they were so big position they had in the Prabhupada's time. first man, second man of Prabhupada. If something happened and then Prabhupada, after Prabhupada left, they have given up bhakti and, started doing so many activities. But later they had some, you know, uh, like cancer, you know, but they came back and they immediately revived, you know. So the point what I'm trying to discuss is we should not wait for such time. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur had a 10 sons. Is anybody here who has more than 5 kids? I'm just saying, responsibility wise, we have no more no dangerous responsibility like Bhaktivinoda Thakur. 10 children, their education and everything. It's a big responsibility, right? And he was a high court judge, but still he could write this and he could follow such a power because he is an acharya. So we should always remember, and at least one day, one bhajan we should hear and try to, try to ponder on it. What is happening in our life? So basically, Prabhupada read, because he remains satisfied in the transcendental loving service of the Lord, he can remain steady like the ocean and therefore enjoy full peace. So Bhakti Charu Goswami Maharaj was saying that if any person who is under the protection of Guru and is just following the Guru's instruction, he has conquered the world. He has everything what he needs basically. Again, because he has complete protection. But however, who wants to fulfill desires even up to the limit of liberation, what to speak of material success, never attain peace. And we have n number of people who have that. They have tremendous success in all fields, Janma, Ishwarya, Shruta, Shrivid, but they are not happy, isn't it? Are they happy? Because there is no Krishna, there is no Guru, there is no goal. So ultimate goal is to revive our lost relationship with Krishna by pleasing spiritual master. And this process is itself happiness and peaceful. There is no waiting period for any success. Okay, after some time we will be happy or peaceful. If we are in a right consciousness, then while performing devotional service, we are happy and peaceful. That's why it is said, Susukham kartum avyayam. So what is actually obstacle in experiencing this happiness and peace while performing the devotional service? Can anybody say? What is practical problem? What is practical obstacle problem? Why we are not facing, experiencing happiness and peace? We are doing the same. Sorry, material desires, ignorance. What is the main thing, which is even for the small devotee or the big devotee?
Forgetfulness of Krishna.
Forgetfulness of Krishna, faith, desire, envy. So right now, I mean, if we see that, the Bhagavatam says, Nirmat Saranam Sata. So to understand the spiritual knowledge, Krishna, first qualification we should be Nirmatsar, non-envious. Are you getting me? So once a person becomes non-envious, even if he doesn't know slokas or he has not built any temple, nothing, but he'll be actually happy and peaceful because there is no envy. Are you getting me? Whenever some devotee gets any praise or he does very astonishing some task, we should feel happy from within automatically, naturally. That is nirmal. And that is the way to happiness and peace, basically. But if you feel, why not me? किसको क्यों मिल गया? That is a problem. Understand? Because we are kama kami. Same desire we have. I wish I would have done that. So kama kami na shanti apnuti. One who tries to enjoy or satisfy the desire, he cannot become peaceful. So whatever is happening around, we should push everybody uh, ahead. Just like one marathon, the score of marathon was announced that okay, Maharaj, we have uh, distributed 90,000 books and we came fourth. We said, okay, what is your plan? So next year we are planning to distribute 1 lakh and books. Maharaj said, yes, I also pray that we should distribute 1 lakh books and we should come last. That means the one statement is there, but it speaks a lot of things. You know, there is no envy. Yeah, we collectively we want to please Prabhupada. If we distribute 1 lakh book, it's a big score, and if we come last means everybody has already distributed more than 1 lakh. So Prabhupada must be more happy. So that is what is our. It should be natural in all our activity, daily activity. So devotees of Krishna have no material desires and therefore they are in perfect peace. So material desire in the sense here, desire is there not for me. I will just like Pankaj Angry Prabhu, there somebody asked question of Prabhupada, I mean Prabhuji, there are some young person asked that there are so beautiful girls are there. So naturally, we get attracted to them. So he said, yeah, of course. I mean, there are beautiful. You can't say, "Arey, you are not beautiful." If the person is beautiful, you have to accept it. It is. But you said, oh, such a beautiful girl for Krishna. She Krishna's servant. She could be the best servant for Krishna. Again, king needs a best person to serve, right? So we should think of this for Krishna, not for us. So that is should be natural. But first we should पहला लगता है कि the desire materialist means for me. Oh, gulab jams are there first me. Or garland is coming. Okay, 4 garlands are there. We will think, oh, the gonda nahi chahiye, gulab ka. That all these are the so there is nobody outside person we need to tell you that you are going back to Goner or not, or where you will go. We ourselves can materialize by our thought process. Every night, just take 10-15 minutes and just see the entire day. Kya kya hua? How successful I am to please Guru and Prabhupada. I mean, what I did, because you can't redo. You can just learn from what you did. So that will show you, okay, कितना पानी में हम लोग, दिल्ली कितना दूर है. And then start. Okay. So vihaya kaman yah sarvan pumam sharati nispruha nirmamo nirahankar sa shantim adhigachyati. So these are all the qualities needed. Liberation is we have to go to such a place where the population is completely different from here. They have different characteristics. So they will not allow you to come there unless you become like them. Right? सो ये लो क्या बोलते हैं उसको, वीजा लो, वीजा एंड देन गो टू अनदर कंट्री, उसको क्या बोलते हैं हम लोग, ट्रांसमाइग्रेशन, नहीं सॉरी क्या बोलते हैं, इमिग्रेशन। तो इमिग्रेट मीन्स नॉट एवरीबडी इमिग्रेट, तो वीजा मिलता ही नहीं साल में, यू हैव टू क्वालिफाई फॉर दैट, लेकिन just imagine in this material world we have to qualify to go to one place to another place. How more difficult it is to qualify for spiritual world. So vihaya kaman, giving up all material sense gratification, desire for sense gratification. Kuman sharati nispruha. Nispruha means desireless. Desireless here means not for my sense. You can have, we will have desire. There is no time will not have desire because we are meant to desire. Soul means to desire. But for Krishna's satisfaction. Nirmama, that's why. Nispruha means nirmama, without any sense of proprietorship. Nirahankara, without false ego. Sashantim adhigachati. A person who has given up all desires of sense gratification, who lives free of from desire, who has given up all sense of proprietorship, and is devoid of false ego. He alone can attain real peace. Radhanath Swami Maharaj was once telling one Christian priest story that one priest was very influential. He was very charismatic. So he was been given one place, and within very 5, 6 years, he has created such a big congregation, and he has built big church. And that was a inauguration of church. He called for all the big priests, the congregation and everything. And then his elder told him that, okay, so from today onwards, you will be placed at new place. He said, yeah, thank you. Imagine he built the church. He had the congregation who loves him, who actually cherish him. He says, you have to move to another new place. You have to develop a new congregation. So, no false divide of no proprietorship. So this is all the requirement for attaining real peace. Real peace means just like a simple example. When you go to from one place to another place by train, suppose you carry your luggage, right? So you enter a train, what you do with the luggage? क्या करते हैं? What do you do?
Keep the luggage under.
Luggage को लेके बैठते क्या? You keep that, then you become peaceful, right? But imagine a person who is always keeping everything अपने साथ, मेरा है, मेरा है. He'll be a miserable person. लेकिन so proprietorship means, and this false ego and all the material desires means always carrying everything with you. Just imagine full load of so many things. How can you be peaceful? And a person who is free of that, Bhagwan देखेगा. You know, just imagine why rich people are ready to touch their heads on the feet of the sannyasi, जो beggars, वृंदावन जो घूम रहे. Why? यहाँ तो कोई नहीं रहे, कुछ हाथ में दंड ये है, कमंडल वगैरह घूम रहे. इनके पास तो घर, यानी they have everything, but they want to bow down to them. Why? They know that I can't do what they are doing. It's, they are actually peaceful. समझ रहे कि नहीं? So I want peace by their blessings. It's not a joke to give up everything and you know to, in Vrindavan every season is very tough, you know, to stay there. Within 3 days और गला जाता है अपना खाने पीने, लेकिन सर्दी खांसी. So it's not a normal game, you know. So one needs to be actually on the soul platform. and only desire to achieve the blessings of Radha Krishna. Then he can stay. Otherwise, it's not possible. Again. So Prabhupada writes, real desirelessness, nispruha, means desire for the satisfaction of Krishna. That is desireless. Not an artificial attempt to abolish desire. You cannot abolish desire. एषा ब्राह्मी स्थिति पार्थ नैनाम प्राप्य विमुह्यति स्थित्वा स्याम अंतकालेपि ब्रह्म निर्वाणम रक्षति. That is the way of the spiritual and godly life, after attaining which a man is not bewildered. If one is thus situated even at the hour of death, one can enter into the kingdom of God. One can attain Krishna consciousness or divine life at once. Prabhupada says within a second. Or one may not attain for a life even after millions of births. Depends on the consciousness. It's a matter of understanding and accepting the fact. So Khatwang Maharaj attained this state with just few minutes before death by surrendering unto Krishna. So Nirvana means ending the process of materialistic life. So Nirvana. So the Prabhupada writes, according to Buddhist philosophy, there is only void after completion of material life. They see, after death there is nothing. But actual spiritual life means it actually starts after Nirvana. In the sense, when we get liberated, then our actual life starts. With the purified senses, we start serving Krishna. Right now we have a contaminated senses, understanding, intelligence. Still Krishna is accepting our service. But once we get a spiritual body, we are perfect. So liberation, nirvana means achieving spiritual perfection. Actual life begins after the completion of material life, liberation. So Krishna consciousness, Krishna conscious person has to understand that this is Brahma Nirvana to attain the Krishna's service after giving up materialistic lifestyle. So there is no difference between kingdom of God and devotional service of the Lord, since both are absolute. So in the spiritual world, there are no activities of sense gratification. There is only Krishna conscious activities. Just like in Vaikuntha, the third canto, there is a explanation that the Vaikuntha Vasis have their decorated airplanes, very beautiful aeroplanes, and their wives are also very beautiful. They are also very beautiful, but all are glorifying Krishna. There is no sort of uh, picture cinema song. you know, they're getting me? So, spiritual Krishna consciousness like that. So Brahman is just opposite of matter. So Brahma Sthiti means, so Brahmi Sthiti means not on the platform of material act. So one gets Brahmi Sthiti means he actually becomes spiritual. Like that. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur has actually summarized this. That in Bhagavad Gita, subject matters of Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga are given. And second chapter also has this Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and glimpse of Bhakti Yoga given as the contents of the complete text. Thus, the end of Bhaktivedanta purpose of second chapter of Srimad Bhagavad Gita and the matter of its contents. Hare Krishna. Second chapter is over. Such a big task we have done, right? 72 verses. The entire Gita is summarized in this second chapter, where we have seen 1 to 10 shloka. Arjuna has further doubts, and then he actually surrenders. Shadi mam swam prapannam. And then Krishna started giving him Jnana Yoga. Exactly. What is matter? What is soul? What is soul is different from body. In 31 to 30th, he has given the karma kanda process. In the sense, you are Kshatriya, so follow your Kshatriya dharma. And just by doing that, you will achieve success. Both, even if you die, you will be successful. Even if you win, still you are successful. So there is no point of lamentation. And 39 to 53, there is a Buddhi Yoga, just like Neha Bhi Karmana Shasti. If you just follow, act just to please me, Neha Bhi Karmana Shasti Prattavayana Vidya. Even Swalpam Apyasya Dharmasya Trayato Mahate Bhaya. So just act on this path, whatever you will achieve will be permanent victory. And on this path, we need Vyavasayatmika Buddhi. And later, we have seen that Traigunya Vishaya Veda, Nistraigunya Bhavarjuna. So that main thing, Krishna says that there are various processes to attain spiritual realization. Don't fall for the lower rungs, because Vedas are inclusive. It gives inspiration to all, wherever you are, Tamoguna, Rajaguna, Satoguna. But Nisragunya Bhavarjuna, because of this material world, I mean, Vedas basically are actually meant, also are given in for the three modes. They also get, will entangle you. So Nisragunya Bhavarjuna. You actually follow the revive your Krishna consciousness better, basically. Yavan artha udapane. That just like your needs uh, can be fulfilled more vividly by the reservoir of water than a well. Well can actually fulfill your water desire, the supply of water or your need of water. But if you get a reservoir of water, you can get plenty of water. Similarly, uh, when you understand the purpose of Vedas, the purpose of Vedas is to understand Krishna. Vedasya sarver aham eva vedyo. And in this Kali Yuga, how can you attain Krishna? By chanting his holy name. Understand? So Prabhupada says, okay, you tasmat sarveshu kaleshu mam anusmara yuddhacha. Later, I mean, it will come in 8th chapter. So how it is very difficult to remember Krishna if we cannot remember Krishna whole life. So all the time you remember me. Mayarpita manobuddhir, mam anusmara, like that. And then lastly we have seen, so what are the characteristics of those who are on this platform? Sita Pragya. How they sit, what Sita Pragya se ka bhasha, Sita kim prabhashati, kim asita brajeta kim. So first they speak only about Krishna. And then further activity, they don't get affected by the success or failure. They are equal in all, right? And they actually use their senses only for the service of Krishna. And they don't give independence to senses, just like snake charmer. He keeps the snake in control. He never gives him freedom. Similarly, so snake charmer, and second is a tortoise. Tortoise uses his limbs only for whenever he needed. Otherwise, he shrinks. He keeps them in control. Similarly, devotee uses his senses only for the service of Lord. So two important animals give two instructions. Kuruma Angani Eva Sarvashaha, like that. And then how um, Vishaya Vinivartante Niraharasya Dehina. Rasoham Rasoapyasya Param Dushta Nivartante. So actually, unless we go to the higher taste, we cannot experience uh, happiness. Like that. Okay. So I will give. I have given you the questions.
No, no.
No, no.
12 questions.
12 questions till which verse?
56.
Huh?
52.
22, no? Okay. I will send you that.
Do we have to remember the shloka?